Hi there. In this video, I'm going to show you how to estimate quotients. Now, before we get into anything, I want to remind you of some vocabulary you should have learned in 3rd grade, but we're going to go over it again. The number that you are dividing, that is the dividend. The number you're dividing by is called the divisor, and the answer is the quotient. So when we say estimating quotients, we're estimating the answer. However many times this number can go into here. However many times the divisor can go into the dividend. We don't have to use that vocabulary all the time, but it's really helpful to know. And just like the homework says up here, you can estimate and use compatible numbers to easily divide things based on the number relationships that you already know. And just like you should have, I have my handy dandy multiplication table right here so I can double check along the way. It also makes it super easy to figure out what the quotient's gonna be. So for 1 through 16, we're gonna estimate the quotient. That means it's not gonna be exact, it's just an estimation, as close as we can get without doing the math completely. So 165 is the dividend, 4 is the divisor. So this is asking me, how many times can I divide 165 into 4 equal groups? The quotient is gonna be how many are in each group. I don't know this off the top of my head, but it's really easy to break down. I'm gonna put my phone there. All right, so I'm gonna look at the first two digits of my dividend to start. 165 starts with 16, and I have a 4 here. I know that the relationship between the 4 is, based on fact families, 4 times 4 is 16. So already 165 can be divided by 4 with a quotient of 4 so far, but I'm not done yet. I have another digit here. So now I'm gonna see how much I can divide 5 by 4. 4 can only go into 5 once, which means if I'm adding groups of 4, and I have one group of 4 here, if I start another group of 4, it's already gonna be more than 5. So I can only do one group. That means 165 divided by 4 is about 41. This symbol means it's not exactly equal to, it's about 41. I'm estimating. If I needed to buy 165 M&Ms for 4 groups, each group would get about 41 M&Ms. I'm gonna move over here to this one. This one has a 4 as a divisor as well, but the dividend is 35. If I can't think that far ahead of what the relationship between 4 and 35 is, I can look at my multiplication table, and I'm gonna look at my row that has the 4s. How far can I go in this row to get to 35, and which number is closest? So I'm in my rows of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 36 is pretty close to 35. So 35 can be divided by 4, and each group will have about 9 in it. Or 35 can be divided into 4 groups about 9 times. Again, you don't have to put this symbol on your homework, but it's a reminder that that's not exact. It's just an estimate.